For me, for a teacher to improve their shared reading practice is that they must read the book before they get to the learners. Practice reading it at home and practice those blocks at the bottom. Practice on your own how to model that thinking at the bottom of those stories. I think the more you get used to it, the better you become at it. And also, there's no harm if you don't understand what something means, look for help, Google it, look for help. So for me, it is just practice and practice and practice.
For the first read the story aloud, clearly, fluently, and with expression. Embed meaning as you read. Use voice, gestures, actions, and the picture to help learners understand the story. At the end of each page, model how to think about the story. Pause and act like you are thinking. Share your thoughts aloud. Do this by reading or saying the points in the first read block. Make sure there is a clear difference in your delivery. Learners must know when you are reading and when you are thinking aloud. Coach Lungi Batala will now demonstrate the first read with grade 3 learners from Sitanani Primary School.
You can hear me do this. Well done. All right, grade 3s. Again, it's our time for shared reading. So we've already looked at the pictures of the story. We predicted the story, remember. We're going to read the story. So when we read, we don't just read a story nje for nothing. No, when we read, we create a picture in our mind. We think about the story. Okay, so as I am reading, I will be showing you how one thinks about the story. Otherwise, there's no point, is it? If you're not going to be thinking about the story, there's no point for reading, is it? All right, are you with me? All right, boys and girls. So the title of our story is Jabu Scrambles Eggs. Jabu's mother was preparing dinner. I'm going to play soccer with my friends, Jabu called, running out the door. Wait! Jabu's mother called. Please go to the shop and buy a dozen eggs and a bottle of milk, said his mother as she handed him a shopping list and some money. Jabu didn't want to go to the shop, but he smiled and said, "Okay, Mom." "Thank you. Please be careful not to break the eggs," said his mother. "Don't worry, Mama. I'm always careful," Jabu replied as he walked out the door. I wonder why Jabu's mom tells him to be careful. I also wonder if Jabu ever broke eggs before. Okay, let's read. Let's carry on. Jabu walked to the shop. When he got there, he read his shopping list. He collected the eggs and the milk. Show me how you collect something. He's at the shop. Show me, and you collect, take things from the shop. He's at the shop, collect things. Let's show me how you do it. Collect. Yes, that's what he did. All right. Then he went to the register to pay. He handed the money to the shopkeeper. "Thank you. Carry this very carefully so you don't break the eggs," said the shopkeeper. "Don't worry, Mr. Gumede. I'm always careful," Jabu replied as he walked out the door. Oh, both Jabu's mom and the shopkeeper are telling him to be careful. I wonder if Jabu ever broke eggs before. I don't know. Let's see. Jabu walked very carefully towards his house. Carefully. Walked carefully. He didn't want to break the eggs. But then Jabu heard his friends. He could hear them laughing. He could hear them kicking the ball. Who can laugh for me? Yes, he heard his friends laughing. Laugh for me. Yes, so he heard his friends laughing and he could hear them kicking the ball. As soon as I drop off the eggs and milk, I will come back and play, Jabu thought. Jabu kept walking very carefully towards his house. He didn't want to break the eggs. But then Jabu heard his friend Sam call his name. Jabu, come and play. We need you. Sam called. Oh, I wonder, what is Jabu going to do? Is he going to go and drop the eggs first at home? Or is he going to go out and play with Sam? Are you also wondering with me? Let's see what happens in the story. There were cracked eggs everywhere. Jabu was covered in slimy eggs. What do you think he's feeling? When you see, show me how your face when there's eggs all over. Isn't it? Can you smell the eggs? Can you imagine what was happening to Jabu? Oh no, Jabu cried. What will I tell my mother? Just tell her you made scrambled eggs, Sam joked. Scrambled eggs is when you mix them together. You know, when you mix them to show me how you make scrambled eggs, you put them in a cup and you scramble them. Even when you put them on a pan, you scramble them, you mix them together. Yes. Sam and Jabu laughed and laughed. Jabu broke the eggs. And Sam is making a joke. I wonder if Jabu's mom will also find it funny. Do you think she'll find it funny? Okay. Now, grade 3s, you've heard the story. I would like to ask you some questions. Are you ready for some questions?
Yes.
Let's see. What must Jabu buy at the shop? What was he asked to buy at the shop? Yes, Linde?
He had to buy eggs.
Eggs and?
And milk.
Very good. Thank you, Jabu had to buy eggs and milk. My other question, who called Jabu to play? Someone said, come, Jabu, come, let's play. Do you want to give it my answer when Ntlanhla?
Is it his friends?
It's his friend Sam. Well done. Now, there's a bit of a difficult question. I want you to think carefully before you answer this one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Why did Jabu and Sam laugh? Yebo Sanele?
Because eggs are broken.
The eggs were broken and
Because they make scrambled eggs.
they made scrambled eggs. Do you want to give it an answer?
Because Jabu fell down.
He fell down. What else?
Because he was covered in eggs and milk.
Oh, what a brilliant answer. Because he was covered in eggs and milk. Thank you, boys and girls. That is the end of our Read 1. You see that when someone reads, what do? They think about the story. Now clap your hands for yourself. Clap once, clap 2 times, clap 3 times. Thank you.